morning and welcome to the Morning Expresso by the Indian Express. My name is Rahil Philippos and here is today's big story. Weeks after the Indian Express's Pandora Papers revelation, the probe set up by the government into individuals and businesses that had set up companies and trusts in offshore tax havens to evade detection has now gathered pace. Notices via the Income Tax Department have been sent to most of the Indians named in the ongoing investigation. Officials said that responses are now trickling in to queries sent by the Financial Intelligence Unit in New Delhi to offshore jurisdictions which have figured in the Pandora Papers. And now for our stories exclusive to the Indian Express. According to one of the internal documents from Facebook that was provided to the US Congress by former employee and whistleblower Frances Haugen, around 40% of the borderline content that was ignored by the social media companies' contractual moderators was problematic in nature and included some form of nudity, violence, or hate. More significantly, such content got higher distribution, which meant that it reached more users. In what could mark a turning point for gay rights in India, the Supreme Court Collegium has recommended the name of senior advocate Saurabh Kirpal as judge of the Delhi High Court. If appointed, Kirpal will be India's first openly gay judge. The Indian Express has learned that the Collegium, which deferred Kirpal's name at least 4 times since 2018, took the call despite repeated objections by the government. The petitioner in the landmark 1997 Supreme Court judgment, which granted independence to the CBI and fixed a 2-year term for its director, has said that the apex court should intervene in the matter related to ordinances that empower the centre to appoint chiefs for the CBI and ED for tenures of up to 5 years. And now for our stories from the front page. Upset over the lack of steps taken to deal with the ongoing air pollution crisis in Delhi, the Supreme Court has asked the centre to hold an emergency meeting today to decide how to tackle the situation. Solicitor General Tushar Mehta, appearing for the centre, pointed out that stubble burning by farmers contributes only to 10% of the air pollution, while dust remains a major factor. Meanwhile, the Council for the Delhi government has said that they are open to imposing a lockdown. Next up are our must-reads from today's edition. Over the last 2 decades, 1,888 custodial deaths were reported across the country, 893 cases were registered against police personnel, and 358 personnel were charge-sheeted. But of these, only 26 policemen were convicted in this period, according to official records. The dismal records gain significance once again in the context of the custodial death of 22-year-old Altaf from Uttar Pradesh, who was detained in the case related to a minor Hindu girl going missing. Even as Ahmedabad became the 4th city in Gujarat to remove all carts and stalls selling non-vegetarian food from main roads, Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel said that his government had no problem with what people ate. A part of the house owned by senior Congress leader Salman Khurshid in Nainital was set ablaze on Monday afternoon. The incident comes days after Khurshid's new book on Ayodhya created a row due to its comparison between Hindutva and radical Islamist groups. And finally, on the sidelines of the T20 World Cup in an interaction, the ICC's anti-corruption unit head Alex Marshall said that the captain and senior players of a cricket team remain the main target for corruptors, but their mode of operation has undergone a change. While T20 remains the favorite format for corruptors, he said that they aren't trying to manipulate the results of the game anymore. And that's all for today's Morning Expresso. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express's YouTube channel for the latest news updates.